Hello everyone, welcome to AI Anytime channel. In this video, we are going to analyze the javelin throw of Arshad Nadeem and Neeraj Chopra. They were on the podium, guys. If you don't know about javelin, it falls under the category of track and field in Olympics. It's a sporting event, and Arshad Nadeem from Pakistan has won the gold medal in Paris Olympic, and our own Neeraj Chopra won the silver medal, a two times Olympian. In Tokyo Olympics 3 years ago, Chopra was the gold medalist, and he's like he's suffering like through some injuries and a prolonged injuries, and probably is not in the right mindset when Arshad hit that 92.97 meters in his second throw. If one of your rivals probably throw and like it's very extraordinary throw, it will happen like once in 100 times, but that day Ursa again in the last, I think the last round, sixth round, he again has thrown 91 odd meters. So that was completely his day. He's in sublime form. And all credits to Arshad Nadeem, for what he has done. He has now become an ambassador, in Pakistan. He probably a very similar, or I'll not say beyond what Imran Khan and these kind of players have seen, those kind of glory and those kind of fans following. Now he will also become very similar, if not more than what Imran Khan has achieved when it comes to Pakistan sports or whatever you call it. Arshad comes from a very humble background. He was like uh, lower middle class, probably also did not have a sponsor. Nobody wanted to sponsor him, and now everybody will come because they want to ride the bandwagon of the hype that has been created around him. But credits to him, and also our own Neeraj Chopra. He won gold in Tokyo, now silver in Paris. It's not a cakewalk. Not a lot of athletes can do that. There's very few athletes who can, for at least for India, who has like won back-to-back medals, or at least more than once when it comes to track and field. I think he's the first. So we're gonna analyze their throw using AI. So I'm gonna combine computer vision with ChatGPT. I'm also working on a future video where I'm gonna take the same data that I'm gonna generate using the computer vision techniques. Like we're gonna use MediaPipe as a framework to generate the angle, some numerical data, and then we're gonna use some AI models. Like for now, we're gonna use ChatGPT, but I'm also working on an AI agent that's gonna look at their throws. So let's jump in. So first of all, let's see what I'm trying to do here. So if you look at this, is Chopra's throw, his second throw that won him silver medal, around 89 odd meters. I forgot the exact number, but what I'm doing, I have taken their clips, the MP4, and then I'm using Google's framework called MediaPipe that been used to build computer vision application that works well with media streaming. And a lot of YouTubers who have like far more expertise than me when it comes to computer vision, but I also have basic knowledge. So I have used MediaPipe here to get the angles. Now, if you look at this, let's have a look at Chopra's throw again. And there is no audio, by the way. I just have removed the audio. So if you look at here, he is right now, holding the javelin. And if you look at some angles that we are trying to from both the arms. Now, I'm just giving you an idea here that how you can calculate something, with this. So the idea here is to look at his left arm and right arm, and then look at the angle between the shoulders and the elbow, and then this part, which is the wrist part. So that's what we're going to look at, guys, in this video. And then I'm going to generate a numerical data of the entire throw for both the athletes, and then we're going to put that in Chat GPT and prompt it to give me some insights. I want to analyze their throw. And similarly, what you can do, you can also take the lower limb. So you can take the hip area, the hip angles, because hip plays an important role in javelin throw. So hip, and then you can look at the leg angles as well. And then you can extend this solution. So let me show you what I have done here. Now, this goes for Chopra. Let's have a look at Arshad Nadeem's as well. I mean, I've become a fan. I have been following Nadeem. Like few months back, I think he has thrown 90 plus meter. Chopra hasn't thrown 90 yet, but hopefully he will do it in future. And this guy comes from a very, very lower middle class family, was struggling to get sponsors, and on such a big event, Olympics, nothing bigger than that when it comes to a sporting event, and he is on the podium. He's become, I think he is not only for Pakistan guys, but he has become an ambassador for the entire Southeast Asia. If you look at the podium in track and field, the athletics, first time in 100 years that two Southeast Asians or like Asians have been on podium. From Pakistan and India, and the other guy is Anderson Peters from Grenada, which is a Caribbean country, so an island, by the way. So now, if you look at Chopra's throw here, very small run up. Like his coach also said, like 3, 4 steps and then just throw it. And if you look at here, that's what we are trying to do. So we have their videos. So what I have done, let me go back on Google Colab. And I'm using media pipes. If you don't know what media pipe is, which is a Google library, as I said, cross-platform, it runs on mobile devices, very good for embedded devices as well. If you want to do posture recognitions, postures analysis, angles, and object detections, everything you can do it with media pipe. So if you look at here, it says cross-platform customizable ML solutions for live and streaming media. So good thing about this that it's created in C, C++, which is fantastic because it's fast. Python is one of the worst language when it comes to speed, and we all love Python, by the way. But credits to MediaPipe, and then the high level API wrappers which has been created in Python. So if you come down here, you guys, you can look at MediaPipe on device machine learning for everyone, blah blah blah, and then you can keep looking at it. Okay, I have videos created like couple of years back on MediaPipe computer vision. Now this is what I'm gonna do in ChatGPT. I'm going to show you, and you can do the same thing with the APIs as well. It's no rocket science, guys. If somebody creating a lot of hype, no rocket science. If something is giving good response in ChatGPT, then you have to ask ChatGPT itself to give you a prompt template, and then use some customizations through some API, then build an application. There is nothing big happening. Now, if you look at here on my Colab, I have installed MediaPipe, I have installed OpenCV Python headless, and I have installed FFmpeg Python, which is a command line utility tool for video, or like for any kind of media manipulation. OpenCV Python, OpenCV is a Python library for computer vision. Pretty much self-explanatory. Vision means images or videos. That's what we're gonna deal. That's what computer vision is, by the way. Now headless, because I'm using the headless module of it, it takes less time, it takes a bit less space. And also if you just install OpenCV Python, sometimes a lot of versions conflict when you run it on Colab. Now I've installed it, so let me just do it again. I'm just gonna run this few code. I'm not gonna run the entire code. And then what I'm doing, I'm getting import pandas as PD, import CV2, MediaPipe as MP, NumPy, and FFmpeg. That's what I'm doing here. And then I'm initiating. So for the first thing that you have to do, guys, you have to get the postures. Now, if you look at media pipe, let me show you if you are not aware of it. Media pipe, body, key points or landmark, whatever. I think if you open this is what I want to show you. Now, let's go to images, guys, here. Okay. Now, if you see a lot of videos, okay, you can find Nicholas Renault is a fellow YouTuber, very famous, like we are nothing in front of him, by the way. So Nicholas Renault has created good videos on AI pose estimations. You can see a lot of projects have been created. Virtual gym tracker, you are doing push-ups, you are doing biceps curl, you will see hundred of videos. Even Murtaja has created a lot of videos. Murtaja Hassan, if I'm not wrong, who is from CV Zone, who focuses more on computer vision. So a lot of YouTubers, by the way. Now, if you look at this image and learn OpenCV, I forgot this guy's name. Okay, like whatever. Now, where is it? Yeah, this is the image I want to show you. Now, these are the key points that you see. There are 32 key points that it shows. So, for example, if you look at the point 11, 13, 15, 21, 19, 17. Now, if you talk about the right arm, then these are the angles, like the key points that you have to then first track, and then you have to extract the numerically the angles calculation. And that happens through, I'll show you the OpenCV. And in the left hand side, if you look at, if this is the left hand, you can see these key points. You can build amazing applications. If you want to build, I'll give you an use case example, and then we go into this analysis. Now, if you want to build a service that can get integrated into proctoring applications. Now, we all give online examinations. If you have given cloud exams like Azure or AZ101 or AWS or GCP, you know, a lot of people cheat in these exams. They have, looking at the mobile phones or some other devices, or somebody is sitting. And then now what you can do, you can track the eyes, you can track the head locations, head movements, and then you can create a ensemble uh, a pipeline of all of these tracking, and then you can come up with a threshold value. So if anything goes above the threshold value, you can just say that, okay, you are cheating. You can give warning to the participant or the candidate. So that's how you can build some use cases, guys. Now, coming back to this, now this is what we're going to do, left hand and right hand. So here with MP Solutions Pose, we initiating this media pipe posture thing. And then I'm loading the video through video capture module of computer vision. That's how you can load. You can see I'm first getting Nadeem videos, and then I'm getting the video properties, width, height, and FPS. For this, frame per second is 30, but it's up to your hand. You can increase the frames, decrease the frames per second. I also wanted to save the output, so this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing here. I have an empty data list where I want to save all the numerical value. Basically, I will convert that into a data frame later. And then I have a function called calculate angles that looks between 3 points, A, B, C, and I'm getting the array of it. You can see A, B, C, and then I'm calculating the angles. This I have taken from MediaPipe documentation itself, so you can go and understand about how to get the angle. Basically, you can see what we are doing. We are doing arc tan 2. So you need a bit of trigonometry understanding to solve these kind of things. So you are basically, about tan theta and whatnot, right? Now, this returning the angle, then we have, this is something fine when all the frames are completed, converting the frame to RGB if you already don't have, and getting the pose landmark. So you can see get coordinates for left and right shoulders, elbows, and wrists. So shoulders, elbow, and then the wrist part of it. That's what we are doing for all of these that you see, and calculating the angles for both arm over here, and then storing the key points and angles in data list. That's what we are appending it over here. And then and this is just for drawing it on the video. So when I played the video, you would have seen something, right? Now, what I have done here, I have created these two data frames. You can see this is for Nadeem, Arshad Nadeem's numerical data for the entire footage that I have, and only the part where he's throwing it, not where the audiences are, shouting and all of those things. Okay. And you can also track it, guys. You can use deep set, to track the athlete, and then you can do it. Probably, I also know computer vision, by the way, but then you have to go a bit deep into it. So I'm not covering it for now. Giving an idea how you can bring AI in sports, AI in athleticism, blah blah blah. Okay. Now this is key points and angles for Nadeem. And similarly, I have for Chopra as well. You can see this is key point and angles for Neeraj Chopra. Now, this is what we have. And we save it. I'll give this file. This will be on my GitHub repository, don't worry. And then I also have extracted frames. And because I wanted to use ChatGPT to give it enough context so it can analyze better. Now, let's go to ChatGPT. So what I have done on ChatGPT, I have uploaded all the data frames over here and I prompted it. I prompt and I ask it to first give me an angle comparison of the entire things, left and right arms for both the athletes. Let me make this a bit bigger so you can see it here. Now, if you look at here, it says here are the comparisons between the two athletes' left and right arm angles across the frame. For your information, the athlete one is Arshad Nadeem here, and athlete two is Neeraj Chopra. Now, if you look at here, left angle comparison, the blue line that you see here, on this blue line, this is Arshad Nadeem's, and then the orange line, which is Chopra. So if you look at here, it says athlete one consistently maintains a higher left arm angle. So if you have seen Ursa's throw, he has a height advantage. He has more height than Neeraj Chopra or Anderson Peters or Julian Weber, whoever, right? All the javelin throwers. By the way, I follow javelin. I'm a big fan of Jonathan Witter, who's like from Germany, who got injured. Otherwise, he would have 95 plus. You never know. Uh, so the blue line represent Arshad, and the orange one, the Chopra. So if you look at here, Arshad has consistently maintains an higher left arm. So his left arm is bit higher throughout the frames compared to athlete 2. What does it indicate? This could indicate a different technique or form during the throw, which might impact the efficiency and power of the throw. And I will talk about the speed and the angles. The speed was like 100 and 10 kilometer per hour or 11 kilometer per hour for Arshad, and for Neeraj it was a bit lesser. And also the angle. Chopra's angle was more upward, and then it came down. Uh, he's if you look at Arshad, I'm talking about Neeraj. So Neeraj was more up and then down, and the Arshad was like not that, he was very curved, so not that up. Okay, and that probably would have gotten him an advantage as well. Now, if you look at the right arm angle comparison, you know, athlete one shows a relatively stable right arm angle. So, and I have noticed that just looking at the video as well. I think Arshad is what Arshad's days, guys. These AI and all can analyze, but I think Neeraj was in so much of pressure because he is defending his like his medal, the gold medal. When somebody throws 92.97 before you, then your focus will be to break that and not focusing on what you can do best. And I think that's where it's all here. And that's what he told in the post match, like some interviews as well. I was listening it. Now, the insight, athlete one, when it comes to stability and technique, athlete one appears to maintain more consistent arm angles throughout the throwing motion, which might indicate a more refined or stable technique. 4 5 steps and just throwing. That's what Arthur did, I believe. This consistency could lead to more reliable performance. Athlete two's angle shows more fluctuations, particularly in the right arm. This might be due to differences in technique. Neeraj has his own technique, by the way, which could affect the accuracy and distance of the throw. So I think the reason I'm showing you this because I also tried Claude and Gemini and other things. I think ChatGPT GPT-4o was able to analyze the numerical data better. I did a lot of iterations to show you this result. I tried different questions and answers and prompt, and then I found out, and then I thought, okay, this is making sense to me. Now, these initial insights suggest that athlete one may have more control and stable throwing. So, we're talking about Arshad here, while athlete two might need to work on consistency in arm positioning. So, the way you position the arm to improve performance. Now, I also asked for other insights. It has given me some other insights as well, range of angles, mean angles, standard deviation, that you can find it out over here, optimal performance, blah, blah, blah. And I also generated some visualizations. And let me just go a bit down. Now, if you look at this, the first two plot, this is fine. Relatively stable. Box plot also shows the distribution of left and right arm angles between the two athletes. Athletes one's distribution is more centered. And I will recommend that you go and watch the video again of Arshad and Neeraj. Arshad was really, really centered when he thrown. When you talk about his left arm angle, is more centered and less spread out. So he was not spreading out a lot. If you look at the thrower from Brazil, and from Trinidad and other like Weber and all, they were really widespread when they were throwing it. And probably that might not a good technique. I'm not a javelin thrower, but I'm just reading it and whatever I've seen it on internet, more centered and less spread out. Right right arm angle box plot for athlete 2 shows a wider range and more outliers. So there's more outliers when Neeraj was like, it's all pressure game, guys, by the way. But if you look at these insights, now this is how I generated it. Now I'm also working on an AI agent, a group of AI agent to basically uh, give this thingy here and also with the some of the footages. So I'm going to use GPT-4o. I'm building a tool and that's going to pass the images. So in the images, you can find out the speed, the angles, and then this will also work as a bit more context. So AI can analyze better. But if you look at this, right, I think what I'm trying to show you here that you can bring AI into sports, you can bring biokinematics, and postures plays a huge role in a lot of other sports, guys, and you can do magic with AI in sports. And I recommend if you are someone who is interested, you should focus on this, you should pursue this journey. Now, this is what I want to do in this video, guys. Very quick video to show how you can come up with these kind of ideas and analyze it. Now, I'm very happy, guys, because when I opened social media after the javelin throw, I noticed that both Indians and Pakistanis have been unite, for this one, for this throw, because Arshad is like we like Arshad. I'm talking about on the behalf of Indians. We like Arshad Nadeem because the struggle is real. There's all these cricketers and all, who have all the facilities. They get in crores when they get in millions. But if you talk about Arshad Nadeem, who was not even getting a javelin throw, a javelin, to throw that, in Olympics or in Doha somewhere in World Championship and whatnot. In Budapest, something was happening, some events. Diamond League, by the way. So he was not getting it. He was not getting sponsors. And now, if you see sponsors, like already they would have reached out to him, or he's probably, I don't know if he has managers, but you guys, this motivates all of us, people like me who comes from a very similar background, where the struggle is real, and you have to work hard to achieve these things, right? There's nothing easy for us to do. If you look at other athletes, they had all the facilities. Okay, Neeraj has his own challenges. He was like struggling through some injuries, which is a very prolonged injuries that we understood, after listening to some of his post-match interviews, uh, post-event interviews, I will say, not match. And also, it's he has 90 plus, guys. He will definitely throw 90 plus. I'm pretty sure about it. But it's mindset. When your rivals has done an extraordinary thing, 92.97. Even if you ask today, ask after 1 month if Arshad can throw 93-meter again, probably he can't. You know, because that happens once in 100 games or something. 93. 90, yes, 90. He has the ability to throw 90, 91, but 92.97 was humongous. So it's very happy to see how we did it in athletics when it comes to Southeast Asian countries, and we are proud on both of our athletes. And you guys should show all the appreciations and love. Now, this code notebook will be available on my GitHub repository. I'll also give the link of this ChatGPT session. So if you want to have a look, the prompts and everything, you can have a look. And that's all for this video, guys. If you like the content, please hit the like icon. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe the channel, because that motivates me to create more such videos in near future. You can also join our Discord link. We're growing really fast. We help each other. We have different channels on our Discord server to strengthen the community. And we have internship, job opportunities, networking, helping each other, town halls, coding sessions, and whatnot. So I'll give the link of our Discord session in the description. Please join our Discord as well. And you can also follow us on LinkedIn, and you can join our WhatsApp group as well. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.